Hello everyone from our scruffy looking plot. We have not been down for a while. We've basically had torrential rain and been dealing with floods at home and our neighbours. So today is really the first time we've managed to get down here to make a video at least. We've been managing 10 minutes here and there in between the rain. So it's time to give you a catch up. Right, the first thing to mention is that all of our tomatoes have gone and that the neighbours have got a cockerel. Yes, we lost 30 plants to tomato blight, and if we are friends on Facebook or you join in with some of the lives that we watch, you will have noticed that because, you know, I've been talking about the blight we had here. So all of our tomatoes outside have gone. I do have some more at home, so there is that. I think we've got maybe 18 plants at home, but so we did lose about 30. We lost the ones here and we've lost the ones that were over on these two beds. Unfortunately they all went. We couldn't get down to see to them, just one of those things. So that's the tomato situation. I've still got a little one in the greenhouse, and Rose, you've got your what are your ones? Tumbling Tom. She's got Tumbling Tom over in her greenhouse in a hanging basket. That seems to be okay. She's going off to check it. So let's see how the rest of the plot is doing. We've been digging up the potatoes. As you can see, they've really died, so we really need to get those out of the ground. And hidden in here we've got a pumpkin. I'm just going to lift this plant up and then we're going to strip underneath, and I'll put that on some cardboard. We've got other pumpkins growing in here, and something's been eating that one. What else have we got? I did grow some late peas, so some peas there, and next to that is our bottle gourd, and we've got some good ones. Look at this. Monty will be proud. That is a nice bottle gourd. Let's have a look on the other one. I'm so pleased. This is the first time we've grown these. Put my hand there for scale. That is such a perfect shape. And wow, there's a massive one under there, around by the peas. Let's go round. Oh, look at that. I'm so pleased with this. Rose is going to be so excited when she comes back. As you can see, we've got squashes here. Some are pumpkins, some were given to us as mystery squash from our friend David, so we don't know what they're doing. And we've got some yellow courgettes. They're doing okay. On the other arch here we have some French beans that need picking. I can't remember the variety on these. If I find it, I'll pop it up on the screen. These are quite yellow. I did wonder at first if I'd maybe had some success with the noodle beans, because they are quite long, but they're doing well and they're giving us a late crop, so that's really good. And these are French beans, the purple TP. There, as you can see, they're looking a bit sorry for themselves. They've still got some beans on them, so we will pick those. I have a feeling these are butternut squash. There, they haven't grown yet.
That's good news here.
What? Oh, Rose has got good news. What have you got? Oh, da 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 da! Your first tomato.
I got some yellow ones coming too.
Wow, nice.
And some green ones.
Very nice. Okay, we'll put that in with the. We'll find a container for that. Okay, in a minute. And then coming around the side of the French beans, the purple ones, we've got a few green ones here, so they can all be picked. We've just been freezing these at home, so we've got a good supply. And then we have some carrots here still. They probably need picking. They can stay in the ground. My thinking is if I pull them up, I can get something else in the beds. We've got some other stuff, but I've got two empty beds here, part of an empty bed there. Can you see? The grass has really loved all of the rain. There is a path under here. Yeah, wow. I mean, the plan is actually, we've changed our mind. We're going to take up the path at some point and we're going to wood chip it. That's the plan. Right, the herbs are doing well. Marjoram. This is, I always forget, don't I? Licorice mint. Licorice mint, the flowers are lovely on that. The bees love it. Lavender, I've had a good crop off of that. Lemon balm, well, that's still going crazy. I have done a video on lemon balm. I will pop it up in the corner. And I've also done a lemon balm ice cream, which is the most delicious ice cream I think ever. Beats my roasted strawberry and lavender one, possibly. It's such an unusual flavour, it's amazing. Oh my goodness, the rhubarb. It's nearly as tall as Rose, I'd say. So might pick some rhubarb. Depends on, I mean, I can leave this here. It depends on how much stuff we take home to process today. But I don't know if you can see, there's some brambles growing up in between. It's really impossible to get in there. So what we do is we wait until, you know, I do chop it down, and then we wait until it dies back at the end of the season, and then we get in there, we give it a really good weed and a good mulch with some kind of manure, whatever we have to hand at the time. It's been horse manure in the past, can be chicken pellets, just whatever we've got. So another weedy bed here. More weeds in this one among the spring onions. This does need weeding because the spring onions are there. We don't want to get in the way there. Nothing in that one. There's a purple sprouting which still needs planting out. I can't believe how much the weeds have all grown. The strawberries are coming back. They were dying off. However, looking at our harvest diary this time last year, you can't even see the path here. We were harvesting strawberries. So we shall keep an eye on those. Rose, how were your strawberries? Have you checked? Oh, little tiny one.
I wanted to get it before the slugs found it.
You wanted to get it before the slugs.
And there's some quite big ones coming too.
Oh, you got some green ones?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And some ones that are going red.
So maybe soon you can get some more strawberries. Okay. And these are the asparagus ferns. We've not picked these this year. This is, we grew them no dig. Again, like everything, it needs a really good weed. I can't believe how much it's all grown up. I keep saying that. Right, let's see what we've got in the greenhouse. On our way to the greenhouse, we've got Rosie's bee garden. The bees enjoying the flowers there. And finally the gladioli came up, but you can see we've had such hard rain, it's just really battered it down. We have like these 10-minute breaks, and then all of a sudden we can have bright blue skies, it goes very dark, the heavens open up, and it's just like a bucket being chucked down, which is why for the first time we're having problems with flooding, and a lot of our street are. So that has been our priority. And obviously the gardens have enjoyed the rain. Well, certainly the weeds have. We've harvested the wheat, if you've seen that before. So what you need to do now is just trim this right down and cover that in tarp, ready for next year. If I can get some pallet collar beds, I will put pallet collar beds down here. If not, we'll probably put something else down here. What do you think for next year for this bed, this long bed, Rose?
Well, I think we should put sunflowers.
Sunflowers?
Yep, sunflowers, sweet corn, and a little bit of wheat.
Well, I think to do wheat we need a big area, like the whole bed. But we've done the wheat, so maybe if we could do this whole bed in sweet corn next year again, we could do that. We've done that before, haven't we? We've just got our little sweet corn over there at the minute.
If you look up there at Jan and Paul's, you can see how big that is.
Oh, yes, you can see the sweet corn in the distance over there. They do have tall sweet corn, but yours is mostly underwater over there, isn't it? When it rains, it gets flooded, that there. They have done all right, you know, they've survived, and there are some cobs that are fattening up over there, but they are short. But I think a lot of people have had that problem, and listening to the gardening groups this year, they're saying their sweet corn is short. So, you know, as long as we get some sweet corn at the end of it, that's okay, isn't it? Right, coming into the greenhouse. The chilies are doing really well. We just have one problem, and that is slugs in here. I found this one on the floor. Yeah, you can see slugs have been at them. I've got a couple of red ones and a green one that's okay. So I'm unsure as to whether to pick these green before the slugs get them. As you can see, we've got loads. Right, so here we are back. These yellow ones are Hungarian hot wax. We've got some good sizes there.
And
there is a nice orange one there, isn't there?
yes. Do you think we should pick it?
Another pepper. I think we might have to, just to avoid the slugs. I did want to leave them to ripen, but we'll go through. As you can see, but I've got such a fantastic crop of chilies this year. So pleased. What's that one? That one is an Amy. Not grown this one before. Oh look, there's a little bee. I think that's the one that was flying around earlier, getting exhausted, trying to find its way out of the greenhouse. So I hope it does. Might have to try and catch it and put it out. And this is our tomato in the greenhouse. It's really doing very well. I know I need to chop it off. I will top the ends out. So this is a piccolo. I've not grown this one before. This was given to us. One red tomato. The plan was to have loads of cherry tomatoes and dehydrate them as a snack. So okay, I've picked the peppers. Some of them obviously aren't ready and I would love them to ripen a bit more, but the slugs are attacking, so I'd rather get some that are green and yellow rather than waiting for them all to turn red. So that's what I've done. There are a few that were left over, and this is Rose's pickings. She's just potting on some catmint. It's grown really well, hasn't it, your catmint?
Yeah. I'm planting on Hamish's first.
Okay. Hamish is our plot neighbour's nephew. He came over. He's only what, 3?
I don't know.
Something like that, isn't he? 3 or so. And we wanted to do some planting with him to give him something to do. We said, have you got a cat? He said, oh yes. So we planted some catmint.
But it turned out he saw Biscuit.
And who's Biscuit?
Biscuit's the allotment cat, his stray.
Yes. And his dad said he just wanted a cat, didn't he?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Until he gets a cat, he's got some catmint growing.
He's got some catmint growing there. Okay, just leave it in that bed for a second, darling, while you do the other one. You can just leave it there, that's all right.
This is the planting hole.
That's your one, is it? Okay, you're going to pop that on. Okay, so Rose, you wanted to show us some stuff?
Yes. This is my teddy bear sunflower.
Your teddy bear sunflower, it's very nice, isn't it?
Oh, there's a bee going around.
There's so many bees on your bee garden, they really love it.
Yes, I've seen loads.
Great idea, Rose. And here are the Inca berries.
Yeah.
Last year when we planted them, they did okay. Didn't last over the winter. And yeah, there's a dry one there. You can pick that and have a look.
I can see it inside.
Yeah, they didn't last where they were. Whoa, nice.
Put that in harvest tray so we can wear it.
Okay. So we need to find somewhere else for those. We planted them along here last year. Oh, we've got blackberries ripe here, Rose.
Oh, I think we'll pick some then.
Yep, these are cultivated blackberries. So they're slightly different. Yeah, this is where they were, and the brambles have just come up. So we also need to do a great job, or a better job, on this area.
These ones are the extra large blackberries. We got with the plot. Giant.
Right, I'm leaving her picking and spinning around. I'm just going to sort out. I've got loads of sweet peas here in this little. She's just got this little thing. Wow, they're really heavy with the weight of flowers. And this one has gotten even heavier, and the obelisk has fallen over. So I'm going to sort this out now. Just probably take some flowers home and stand that back up again. Right, there we are. I've just kind of laid it back a bit. Rose wants to leave this. She wants to collect the seeds from here. And I've got a nice little bunch to take home. And next to here is Rose's grape arch. So they're doing quite well, actually. I think I do need to chop this off, so that we've got quite a few tendrils just hanging out. If I chop them back, it should put its energy into growing these grapes that are here. So I shall just give the grape a quick trim. You can see it's gone quite mad in the rain, and what we need now is some sun, of course. You can see where the grapes have wound their way around Rose's wind chime. So I'm just unwinding those, and then we are almost done. I've chopped back, I've left the fruit that's on there. Oh, there's a big one up there I need to get rid of. So nearly done with the grapes. There we are, that looks much neater, and hopefully it'll help the grapes swell. Oh, I've missed that one there. I am feeling the first drops of rain, been feeling them for a while, and the skies have gone very covered, although it is still very hot. So we think that the heavens are going to open in a minute, which is why I'm talking really fast. This is such a rush. This has been our allotment life this year. Run down, rush and do as much as you can, as quick as you can before the heavens open. But I was aware I hadn't given you guys an update, but this is the situation that we're in. So, and it tends to be at the minute, run down, harvest what we can, and then it starts raining. I mean, I've not even been able to bring the car down until today, because it's just been so muddy down here. So the plan was to trim this today, but yeah, I'm going to crack on and see what we can do. I might harvest that big bottle gourd. Actually, I haven't shown that to Rose. She's down the bottom somewhere. Rose? Oh, there she is. She's harvesting more blackberries. So in the overgrown area, that is all blackberry. So she's picking some of those. They'll go in her belly. And also I'm going to put some into the rum top I'm making for Nick for Christmas. Okay. Look down the bottom there.
Oh! Wow, that's huge.
It's massive, isn't it?
Yeah. And look at all the blackberries I got.
Nice.
I've got all the ones I could reach.
That is a nice one. Now, I've been watching Monty at my family garden, and he has been harvesting his bottle gourds at about that size. So I think we need to harvest it. You can do it, Rose. No, here you go, darling.
Oh, it was on the resty on the bread.
Do you need to cut the vine, or have you snapped it off the vine?
No.
Okay. Give a little bit of stalk to it, darling. Whoa. That's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, now moving on to our potatoes. The drizzle has stopped, so we're going to keep going, even though it's as humid as anything here. So, they've definitely died off. I'm just going to have a look at these now. Before I've done no-dig potatoes with grass clippings, I would say, at a guess, the grass clippings definitely works better than the wood chip. Just us personally, I know others do use wood chip. We had wood chip available to us this year, so that is what we used, just to see how it went. Yeah, I think it might be just personal preference, but the wood chip seems to have broken down, and there's more potatoes I can see on the surface than there was with the grass clippings. You can see over there, I mean, it's broken down, it's pretty much level with the path, whereas the grass, it did tend to stay in that dome and protect the potatoes more. Just my way of lazy gardening. You know, we don't like digging. I don't like digging. My back definitely doesn't like me digging. So yeah, I think it's back to grass clippings for us next year. But in the meantime, let's see what we've got. Okay, I've just got a few out. I literally just pulled this and these have come up. I would say, you know, you just pick them off of the bits there. Oh, something's eaten that one. I would say, I mean, these are coming out okay. Something's eaten that one. These are definitely easier than digging potatoes. Compared to grass growing, it is harder to get these out. I think the wood chip just creates a bit of a firmer ground. There's nothing wrong with the potatoes at all, apart from a couple have been eaten. The other downside that means I wouldn't do them like this again is I'm having to pull them out. I'm having to pull the plant out. That means all these tiddlers won't get left to grow on like they would if I grew them in grass. So when I grow them in grass, I literally just lift up the grass, you pick them up and then you cover the grass back over. It's much easier to get a higher yield because you can let the tiddlers grow on. So yeah, there is that. It's definitely worked. It's just I think there is a better method if you are going with the no dig potatoes. I will put our video up in the corner so you can do a comparison, and if you are interested in growing potatoes no dig way, that is a really great way of doing it. Much higher yields, easy to harvest, clean and no digging. Not sure if you can hear Rose, but she's got the moves like Jagger. It helps with picking potatoes, doesn't it, darling?
Yep.
Good bit of singing. I'm not sure if I can lift that. Maybe between the two of us we can get it in the car.
Yeah.
And then get Daddy to lift it out when we get home. So I've put this on to some cardboard. We've trimmed this. I did chop the end of it off. I've let it just go up to there. And then I stupidly tried to stand it up so it wouldn't get flat on one side. And I caused a crack in the stem, and that's probably our biggest pumpkin at the minute, so I'm annoyed about that. I hope that it will be okay. I hope it will heal itself. If it doesn't, I'll keep an eye on it in the next couple of days. If it doesn't, I will pick it and we will eat it. Now it has started to rain, so we're in a race against time. So I'm going to leave Rose to the potatoes, and I'm just going to pick some more of these French beans. Not got too much longer left on these, but the purple teepee do really well for us every year. So I shall crack on with picking those. And yeah, as I say, race against the rain now. Right, Rosie's just picking the last of the yellow beans. We think these might be the metre long beans. Do you know what? I can't even remember. What happened was with our metre long beans and our noodle beans, they didn't grow when we tried to start them off in seed trays. I have ones at home that grew that I just completely abandoned outside. I thought, oh, you're just not going to grow, and I just chucked the tub outside and they've grown. But I didn't plant them out. These ones, I might have just gone, I'll stick some in the ground and see what happens with them. Or they could be the climbing French beans. I'll have to look back on my old videos. I've just seen one there that I missed. And so we're just doing this. Then we're heading home, and I'll show you the harvest once we get home. I'm going to stop here. Rose is very hungry. Tomorrow or the weekend I will pull up the carrots here, and we'll make some carrot soup. Rose likes that.
Yeah.
Let's just go and have a look at her sweet corn. Right, here we are at Rose's sweet corn. You said you've got a big cob there, Rose, growing?
Yeah.
You've got one there. Oh, there's a good one behind it as well. That is a good one.
Yes.
Yeah. Now normally we like to have, well, as closer to 100 sweet corn cobs as we can to last us. Obviously we're not going to get that this year. So we've just got this small bed, but next year we're going to have the long bed again, aren't we?
Yes.
So we're going to have lots of sweet corn next year.
I've got a small apple on this tree. I don't think we're going to plant it there.
No, this apple tree needs sorting out. We need to dig the ground up. Every time we try and we trim and clear it, before we get a chance to mulch, the rain comes down. So you can see we've got a lot of grass around here. It's very overgrown. We've been down here a couple of hours and basically all we've done is harvest, which is really good. But it means we're not getting the time to spend on maintenance, which we really should do. Looking around Mosie's plot.
Flowers over here.
Yeah, your flowers are going over as well, aren't they?
Well, if you look at these.
They look very nice, darling.
These ones are...
They've gone over. We should have deadheaded them. Well, we would have done if you were down here. And your greenhouse is getting overgrown too.
Let's have a look at them.
Once the harvests have died back and we're waiting for the winter veg to grow, the time we have down here, we will have the time to maintain the plot a bit better.
This is my
Nice sort of plantain down there.
This is my tumbling Tom.
Oh, your tumbling Tom.
Most of the leaves were...
It does look blighty. It has got blight.
Well, should we pick these tomatoes?
You can pick that one and see if it'll grow on at home, yes.
What about that? These...
Well, this has got some black on it. I wouldn't pick that one.
That little one? I want that one to live.
You want that one to live, but look at the green calyx on it. It's not green, it's black. I don't think they're going to come to anything, darling. It's just one of those years. So many gardeners have had blight. It was just perfect conditions for it this year. But you've got another one, and we have our plants at home, don't we?
Yes.
Okay.
And at least I've got 2 tomatoes from this.
You've got 2 tomatoes from your hanging basket. Next year, hopefully, if the cover is on this, we will be able to
bring all our tomatoes in here.
Bring the tomatoes in here and
have another tomato.
Grow some exotic stuff. Yes.
What about this little green one? Do you think that will live? It's got a green calyx.
It's far too small, darling.
Do you think it'll get away from blight?
No, I don't think it will.
Oh, I hoped it would.
No, I think the plants had it.
Ooh.
Right, okay. Let's pack up, go home, and viewers, we'll show you our harvest when we're at home. Right, here we are at home and put everything out, and one of our friends has given us some plums. Thanks very much, Christine. Our peppers are looking lovely, the chilies are looking lovely. We've got 1 kilo of beans. I've weighed those. Haven't weighed the potatoes yet. The bottle gourd is 1.1 kilograms. I haven't weighed the peppers yet, so we're just going to do that. We do record everything in our harvest diary. Let me show you that. Right, here we go. This is this week. So you can see we've not harvested too much. That's because of the rain. We've not been down there. But this is such a great way of measuring and keeping a track of what you have grown. So you can see this is what we've harvested last week, and then they also asked for shop bought stuff. And did you give away any of your harvest? Did anything go to waste? And then there's questions about preserving. Did you use, and has everyone eaten their 5 a day? And let me show you the front. So I've been doing this for nearly a year. Last week is the last week, as I said earlier. Let me try and find the cover. There we go. Started 24th of August last year, and it's a project from the University of Sheffield, and it's basically they want to measure the effect of gardening and how we can provide for ourselves, how that helped during times of crisis like COVID, for example. I should think, in my mind, I think they would probably continue this on as COVID is still going on, if it's finishing at the end of this month. And also we have Brexit to contend with, of course, which will kick in on the 1st of October. So that will be interesting to see I'll be interested to see the results of this. And for me personally, it's a really good way of just recording. You can see here at the beginning of January, it was all shop bought stuff. It wasn't harvesting. So, you know, and then you can see a little bit coming in from the hungry gap. There are some weeks I didn't put in the weekly shop. So that's what we've been up to this year with weighing and measuring. Do you, as gardeners, weigh and measure your stuff? Let me know. I'll be very interested to know if anybody else does this, my harvest diary actually, or how you measure your produce. If you do, let me know in the comments below. So I'm going to say goodbye from here, and we'll see you next time. Thanks very much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.